This is Brooke Cole giving a speech.
Hey y'all, I'm Brooke, and like she said, I'll be giving my speech today, and my topic is drinking and driving. So, how many of us know someone who's broken the law by drinking and driving? How many of us know someone who's gotten a DUI? How many of us know someone who's been in an accident where alcohol was involved? And how many know someone who has died from such an accident? So we all see who raises their hand, but do we really take this seriously? I personally believe that drinking and driving is a serious issue that most people just brush off aside because it is such a common occurrence. Just the other day I heard someone say, getting a DUI is no big deal, it happens all the time. Well, I'm here to tell you that it is a big deal and something needs to be done about this. I believe there should be an increased penalty for drinking and driving. Now, you might be asking yourself, why did I choose to speak on this topic? Well, I'll tell you. I'm very passionate about this subject. For every question that I asked all of you at the beginning, I would have raised my hand for every single one. I know someone who's broken the law by drinking and driving. I know someone who's gotten a DUI. I know someone who's been involved in an accident that involved alcohol. And most importantly, someone very close to me has died as a result of such an accident. In my speech, I'm going to talk about why I believe drinking and driving is such a big issue in our society. Then I will explain why there should be an increased penalty or something to be done to raise awareness so it is not seen as such a common issue. Drinking and driving not only affects the intoxicated driver, but every other person on the road. So how many people have died from this? In an article written by Kelly Baker in 2013, titled Comparing Results from the 2007 and 1996 National Roadside Surveys, quote, in 1997, there were 5,897 recorded deaths from drinking and driving. In 2007, there were 6,797 deaths, end quote. Now that may not seem like a whole lot to y'all, but when you break it down, that's 566 deaths per month, 141 deaths per week, and 20 deaths per day. The age group responsible for the majority of these deaths was ages 26 to 45. The second highest was ages 21 to 25, and the third highest was under 21. Now, I'm not going to say that under 21 shouldn't be up there because college students, it's inevitable, especially in college. But as college students, there are so many resources that are available to us to avoid that. That includes the Greek community, your fraternity brother, sorority sister, your best friend, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your mom, your niece, your nephew. There are so many options there for us that we can do to avoid this. You can take a taxi, you can call Uber, you can call Alcam. There are just so many options that this just shouldn't even happen at all. Going forward, in another article written by Mothers Against Drinking and Driving in 2013 titled Drunk Driving Deaths Increase in 2012, it states, quote, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration released new data today showing 10,322 drunk driving fatalities in 2012, compared to 9,865 in 2011. Last year, we celebrated a milestone when drunk driving deaths fell below 10,000, so this news is incredibly disappointing. And not just by a little, by almost 5%. They also announced that overall traffic fatalities increased to 33,561, which is a 3.3% increase from last year. So the fact that drunk driving deaths increased at an even higher rate is extremely alarming, end quote. I also found another article written by the National Center for Injury Prevention and Control in 2011 titled Drinking and Driving, A Threat to Everyone, that similarly stated, quote, U.S. adults drank too much and got behind the wheel about 112 million times in 2010. This remains a serious problem in the U.S. Alcohol-impaired drivers are involved in about 1 in 3 crash deaths, resulting in nearly 11,000 deaths in 2009, end quote. So, like I said before, I would have raised my hand for every single one of those questions. On March 21st, 2009, a guy wanted to get a new car. So he flew to Florida, got the car, went and stopped to see his friends, and he went to a bar and just got a drink, just one drink. And he was so excited he wanted to show his family his new car that he drove home. 30 minutes from the Georgia border, he fell asleep at the wheel. Because alcohol is an oppressant, it obviously caused him to fall asleep, and there was a curve coming up, and because he was passed out, he accelerated, hit a dirt mound, launched his car 20 feet in the air, got ejected, and died. And the reason that that's so important to me is because that was my brother. So the reason that I'm passionate is because I want to spread awareness, and I want people to be able to think twice before they get behind the wheel. Think twice about a friend. Don't let a friend get behind the wheel. Friends don't let friends drink and drive. So in my speech today, I've explained the real-life effects of drinking and driving. Our society needs to lower this specific body count and put matters into our own hands. If you had a child and they were driving out on the road, would you want them driving on these unsafe roads like ours today? I don't think so. Have a planned designated driver. Call a taxi or Uber service. We as citizens need to be the ones to take action. You can go to www.madd.com and make a donation to raise awareness, or you can even volunteer yourself and be a sober driver for you and your friends. Drinking and driving is a serious issue in our society today and has been for years. In conclusion, we don't want to continue down this road. You never know. You could be the victim of a drunk driver hitting you, or you could be the intoxicated one behind the wheel. I promise that together we can save lives by finding alternative ways of transportation. Be the change today. Thank you.